We'll begin with the first two lines in the right hand. Make sure you use suitable fingering that enables you to play the notes fluently and with ease. The semiquavers should be even with shape and a sense of direction. When practicing the left hand, make sure the dotted minims and minims are sustained, whereas the repeated crotchet chords could be a little more staccato. The staccato happens naturally because of the repetition, but by making all the crotchet chords staccato, we have a nice sense of consistency. You can also practice in block chords. This will help you to feel how the chords relate to one another, whilst also feeling the natural progression from one harmony to another. Nice and light at the end of this phrase, with the stress at the beginning of the bar. So the first two bars should have plenty of shape, as should bars 3 and 4. When putting the hands together, have a strong sense of the pulse. 1, 2, 3. The right hand articulation doesn't always match the left hand articulation, so make sure the hands are working well independently as well as together, charmingly and graciously. Note that these semiquavers are slurred in groups of 4. This is very different to joining all the semiquavers together. The lift at the end of each slur is very subtle, but this makes quite a difference. Make sure you're familiar with the F major scale, as this piece is very scaly and doesn't deviate too far from the key of F major. In the first time bar, the C crotchet in the right hand goes up as you play the B natural in the left hand, gracefully with a nice diminuendo. I often hear this in the left hand. Making the repeated chords too long and sustained doesn't give the music much grace. In my opinion, they sound better, shorter and lighter. In bars 1 and 2, F is at the root of the chord. No notes are repeated from bars 2 to 3. From bars 3 to 4, C is repeated at the top of the chord, and then from bars 4 to 5, it's the bottom F and A that are repeated. In bars 6 and 7, we have G at the root of every chord. Position your hand slightly further forward on the keys when you have shorter fingers on the black notes, for example the thumb on the C sharp here. Feel the harmonic differences in bar 7. You can shape these and change the colour, from dark and dissonant to light and simple. Just a quaver chord in the left hand here. Enjoy the playful articulation in the right hand as the music rises in pitch and dynamic. You can practice this very slowly at first. Lift all the staccato notes, but join the semiquavers within the slurs and sustain the crotchets at the end of each bar. Up and down. Light and even in the left hand, keeping everything nice and simple. Make sure the left hand remains legato when you put the hands together, and be careful that the left hand doesn't get too heavy. This, for example, wouldn't sound very graceful. More like a police car. You also wouldn't want to accent the thumb, as the repeated Cs are not very interesting. They only function as a kind of pedal note throughout these 4 bars. You could give a little more prominence to the left hand towards the end of the crescendo. Again, lots of shape as the scaly passages fall and rise again in pitch. You can practice this repeatedly, as you definitely want to be confident with the last chord. You could even practice this with your eyes shut. Make sure you sustain the forte in bar 13 with the dibinuendo, enjoying the playful staccato notes, and then a flourish to the top. The left-hand dotted minim chords should be sustained right up until you play the following staccato chord. Here you can join the C to the F, but not the B flat to the A. The thumb goes up just before the A. Again, you can practice this repeatedly. And the same kind of practice with both hands. Here I was blindfolded. Enjoy how the hands come up together at the beginning of bar 14, and enjoy the return to the home key with a strong, definitive and cheerful ending